So hi everybody. It's been a long time since I've done a full video here, but let's see, just give it a try, I guess. A lot going on in my life. I'm very busy, switched careers. Uh, Still kind of working on electronics projects here and there, and finally made something I think I'm pretty excited to share. Um, So what I've made is this little ITX form factor 6809 computer. And you push the power button, turn it on, and goes right into the machine language monitor, and you can load into BASIC if you want. And write simple programs. And it just pretty much works like most single board computers. It is very similar, in fact, to the Grant Searle 6-chip computer. Very similar memory map. He has this big decode space for whatever you want, from 8000 to 9 FFF, and then a absolutely gigantic block for the serial interface that really only takes 2 bytes of address space. But it's very simple. Just the CPU, RAM chip, ROM chip, a single XOR package for doing all of the decode and read and write signaling, and a serial chip, and a RS-232 inverter. That's it. And Jeff Tranter actually did the exact same layout based on Grant's design, but omitted the serial chip, and I went and put this nice little expansion port, and I thought, well, that's great, but that memory map is still kind of limited. I'd like to learn a little bit about how memory maps work, and an amateur. So what I did was I did some research, and I realized really just to even add a small amount of expandability, you really only have to add a single 7.4 HCT 138, and in this way, even if you leave that XOR gate in there for managing the ROM decode, and you make a very small change to the way the serial chip is hooked up by simply just using the inverted selection line, and tying the other 2 lines to a known state, you can add memory ranges for address decode. And that led me to build this little computer that has 4 expansion slots. I've kind of been kicking this around on various Facebook groups, and it came to this final, what I hope is the release design. And basically what it is a 32K 6809 with a relatively inexpensive buck converter power module, and then there's a little bit of a prototyping space here if you wanted to use one of the smaller ones, or you wanted to use a linear voltage regulator, whatever you wanted to do. You could And basically this is just a very simple expansion slot with the non-maskable interrupt, the maskable interrupt, all the address lines, the data bus, and a single selection line for each slot. That's it. That's all it is. In hindsight, I probably should have put a pin header in for these unused signals, but I did tie them all high, or break out a test point. So if you wanted to bring over a header onto the prototyping area, you could just simply run a ribbon cable from this location into whatever card you wanted, if you needed those extra signals. I probably won't need those extra signals. What I'm planning to do with these expansion slots, I just need the interrupt lines. So that's kind of my journey at this point, but I wanted to kind of give you guys a little glimpse into what this thing can do. Machine language monitors, this is Sys 9. This is a combination ROM that Jeff actually put together, and he put everything out on his GitHub right here, so people can play around with it. It's a pretty nice design. The modifications he made to the ROM are useful. You can direct load code right into the monitor. So if you wanted, oops, you gotta do caps. You want to just load a simple program right into there. You can just use ASCII transfer, and then it's in there, and then all you have to do is just go to the location the program is saved, and it'll run it. So that's kind of a little primer of how this thing works. I'm working with PCBWay again on prototypes, so they kindly offered to cover the cost of my final proofs if I would do a review comparison between JCL and PCBWay. JCL did the fabrication on the initial prototype, so look for that in the coming weeks. Looks like boards probably get here end of the week. Might have to scrape together some other components. I'm going to reuse the ZIF socket from the prototype because ZIF sockets are expensive, guys. I don't know what else to say. Everything's expensive right now. That's pretty much it. Hope everybody's having a good week. Everybody had a good holiday weekend, those of us that are in the States. Thanks for watching. Bye.